I'll go ahead and lead. Ohio State upcoming next here. It's kind of I think the first time in a while we're in the same season, you kind of duel the same team twice. I think 2012, 2013 was the last time I saw that. Do you go back and look at a duel like that and try to take anything from it ahead of a week like this, or what does that sort of look like?
Absolutely. You look for generalities and you're getting ready. So you're going back, you could go back to last season even. We have guys that are um, high IQ wrestlers. They remember and retain, but communication's always good. Reminders are always good. Biggest thing is scoring points, wrestling your match.
When it comes to from then back in mid-November at National Duels to now, what have been some of the things you have learned about this team and have changed about this team since the last time you saw Ohio State?
Well, it didn't start off well, so we got to be stronger there. I don't know if we'll start at 125 or not. We have to figure that out at the scale at weigh-in time, and then you go from there. And we gotta, whoever takes the mat first, we have to start better. Certainly, I think our 125 pounder is eager for a rematch there. Um, Competitors want to compete and they want to right the wrong when there was a wrong. And then you go from 125 to 133. Um, I know that we want to see that match re-wrestled. 141, we're not going to be with Bailey. We'll be with Kale Peterson. And we got a challenge there that, we have an opportunity there as well. So, and then on and on and on. 84, we'll be going with Gabe Arnold again. Um, so we're excited for these matches coming up.
Coach, do you have any update on Angelo Ferrari? If is he injured or what exactly is going on there?
Um, here's the thing. We don't talk about that. I never made a habit of that. We will put our best guys on the mat at the time. Gabe Arnold is very capable, and we will keep Gabe Arnold in the lineup for this week. And we will keep making adjustments to our lineup when our guys are available. And that may be frustrating for some of you, but it's just the way that I will continue to operate. I'll give you a reason why it's simpler in my line of work to talk that way, because there's a lot of boxes that are checked or not checked on, what's permissible to say or not to say. And so I'm just going to, wisdom would tell me to be cautious and to operate, with the understanding that there's not permission granted. And that's a good thing anyway, in my world.
Tom, it's Eddie Goldman here. How you doing?
Doing
Uh,
great. What's up?
I got a little more general question about this season. You've said numerous times you have the right guys in the room, but some of them are not wrestling 7 minutes, and they're not always scoring enough points. What do you think has to be done for the rest of the season, also heading into the tournaments, to get that to change?
We have to be sharp when it's time to be sharp. We have to get better every day. Frustration cannot enter as a negative. If frustration enters, it has to be a catalyst for righting the wrong at the moment. I just said that a little while ago, talking about righting the wrong of a result, but you also can right wrongs as they come up as a competitor. And we've put together some performances where lately, I think guys are improving because they're not focused on how they feel necessarily. And that's an important quality in a competitor's mind as well. I mean, it just doesn't matter how you feel out there. And I mean, if my leg falls off in the middle of the match, I still complete the match. I get my hand raised and then I worry about the leg. And that may seem goofy to some people, but it is a goofy way of thinking by competitors in a sport that need to be a little bit fanatical in their approach.
Hey,
Coach, I
thanks.
also
Good
see
luck.
I also see no Harvey Luddington listed at 197. Was that just kind of a competition in the room to see who gets the lineup spot there, or what went into that decision?
We are still making that decision. You guys are paying attention. We have an open tournament opportunity this weekend. We have one date left for Harvey Luddington before we would pull him out of Redshirt. So the next time he wrestles attached, which in dual meets you're wrestling attached, that would be his fifth date. That would be the end of using him in a dual meet setting. There's an open tournament this weekend that we have our eye on, and that's probably the direction that we're leaning. I think the 5 date rule is a good rule. I wish it was 6 or 7 or 8 or 9. It's never enough. It's never enough. But you got to do the right thing with the rule because we're not going to burn a red shirt with Harvey Luddington. He's important to our future. And we want our future to be long with him. And so 1 year longer is better than 1 year shorter, if you're following me there.
Obviously, at 141, you mentioned no Nasir this weekend. We'll get Cale Peterson. Just what are you looking for out of him without Nasir in the lineup this weekend?
I would say grab the bull by the horns and don't make it a debate. Don't make it a debate on who owns that weight class and make it a little bit personal, maybe.
Anything else?
Yeah, Coach. We got obviously Ben Keeter picked up a top 10 win last week, and he's kind of, you know, been a little bit here and there this season. Just what are you looking to see from him against another, top 5 wrestler this weekend?
Consistency, improvement, all the things that I talked about. He's definitely got it under the hood. We know that.
Tanner, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, I was just going to ask about Ben as well. Obviously, him and Feldman have some history going back to last year, and Ben was successful all 3 times. That's obviously not a guarantee of future success. But what did you take from the 3 matches last year that was maybe a common denominator, and what are you looking for him to build off of specifically from last week, where he didn't wait till the third period to go after his offense. He got an early takedown and put himself in a good spot against Minnesota.
Yeah, and you said early takedown. So we took him down every time in those matches, and we got to keep scoring takedowns. If we're scoring takedowns, we're going to be fine. That's a pretty good formula. And it's an obvious formula, but it takes some commitment to your offense. It takes some commitment to doing some of the things I talked about psychologically that I'm not paying attention to how I feel. And just let that continue. So that's where we're at there. I think Feldman's been wrestling well. I know he had a setback on Sunday. I believe they wrestled Michigan on Sunday in that heavyweight match. I don't know if it was Sunday or Friday, but so he had a little setback, his most recent loss, and we just got to be at our best and focus on doing what we're capable of doing, and then go out and do it when it's time to execute. And I said it 2 minutes ago, a minute 30 ago, he definitely has it under the hood.
Say at 197, I think you kind of alluded to looking to redshirt Harvey Luddington this year. For a guy like Brody Sampson, I don't think a lot of people have really seen him unless they pay attention to the high school circuit as much here in the state of Iowa. So what should fans kind of know about him, and what have you liked out of him in the room so far?
He's got a lot of horsepower. They saw him on the mat against Nebraska. We need to continue to get better as we go through the season, and we need to believe that we belong on the mat with the best guys in the country. He has a lot of horsepower, got a lot of skills. He's gifted in, athletic ways. We love him. We love him in our room, and we love him.
assuming, or if obviously Harvey's got that one last date left that he can still use to be able to retain his red shirt. If redshirting is the direction you guys are going, what have you sort of learned and taken away from his season so far then?
Just keep getting better. Keep getting better. Work on the things that you need to work on. Be focused. Pretty good formula right there.
Got time for one more.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.